Welcome back, Bikes. I'm Anju Wagner.
And I'm Iris Diaz.
And we're here to bring you the news you need to know,
want to know,
and should know to get
you
through your week.
The PHS dance team is getting ready for the tryouts for the 2023-2024 team. The entrance meeting will be on March 28th at 6 p.m. and tryouts will be at the end of April. For more information, check out the tryout packets that are available in the front office.
Seniors, graduation curbside pickup will be Wednesday, April 19th from 3 to 5:30. It will be in the PHS Auto Shop. For more information, please see the Schoology group of the class of 2023 for more information.
Each year in the graduation program, we recognize seniors who have received scholarships, got honors admittance to colleges, universities, military, academics, technical schools, and or other special commendations. Please check out Schoology to scan the QR code to be recognized by your peers.
This past weekend, our PHS debate team went to state. The debate members worked hard and accomplished many incredible things. Some even placed and moved on to go to nationals. We would like to congratulate senior Daniela Rosales, who placed 7th in Washington State in the most competitive public speaking event. She had a minute and a half to choose between 3 previously unknown quotes, analyze and organize a 5-paragraph essay in her head without any notes, and then delivered an entertaining 5-minute speech to an audience of about 40 people, including 30 judges. From the hundreds of students who compete in the impromptu event across the state, Daniela made it to the final round of competitors and placed 7th. This is a huge accomplishment. Amazing job to our Viking debate team, and congrats again to Daniela Rosales.
Hey Vikes, this is Miss Kozar. I'm one of your counselors here at PHS. I'm here just to remind anybody who's interested in going to Running Start next year, you need to attend an information meeting. We're going to have a meeting Wednesday night, March 22nd in the auditorium here at PHS. If you're unable to attend that, you need to go to the Bike Time meeting that'll be March 31st, the final Friday of March. You need to attend one of these as your first step of enrolling in Running Start, where we're going to explain how the program works and what the steps are to enroll. Looking forward to seeing you there. Have a great day.
Today we're going to talk about shelter in place. A shelter-in-place response is the protective action recommended by the Pierce County Fire Department and Pierce County Health Service Department after a chemical release. What could happen during a shelter-in-place? Some examples that might trigger a shelter-in-place might be something like a chemical train derailment, a roadway accident, something of that nature. How will you know if there's a shelter-in-place? The school intercom will make a shelter-in-place announcement that will inform you that we are in shelter-in-place. When we shelter-in-place, remember these 3 steps. Number 1, shelter. Number 2, shut. Number 3, listen. Here's how. Go inside and stay in classrooms until further instructions are given. That is what our fire department recommends. During the shut process, close doors and windows. The school will shut off heating or air conditioning. Listen, the school's main office will alert staff and students via intercom to shelter in place and for further directions. The fire department will issue next steps. The police department will assist where needed. There are some extra precautions to be aware of. If you think chemicals are leaking in, have people cover their noses and mouths with damp washcloths, paper towels, or clothing items. Shelter in place is all about staying inside. Don't call 911. You will tie up a needed line at the 911 dispatch center, and the county's phone ring down system won't be able to reach you. Do call if there is an injury or other immediate emergency report. How will you know if a shelter in place is over? Staff and students will be notified as to how to proceed when the shelter-in-place is over. After a shelter-in-place emergency, local authorities will determine when the event is all clear. Then you can open windows and doors and air out the rooms with fresh air. Now that we've returned to some sense of normalcy and face-to-face conversations have become more routine, Becca Qualls, a social worker for the Puyallup School District, shares some things to think about when it comes to the relationships we have in our lives.
School District, and I'm here to talk about healthy relationships. We all know about red flags in relationships, so today I really want to talk about green flags. And so this could be platonic friendships or it could be romantic relationships with your partner. And I just really want to highlight that whenever we share ourselves with someone, we want them to be our equal and not our whole. We want them to balance us out. That might look like a green flag of someone who practices self-reflection, they're aware, they have empathy. Other green flags would be that they respect your boundaries, they allow you to be your own person, including like hanging out with who you want, wearing what you want, posting what you want on social media. There's no sense of control of who you are and your identity, and likewise that's reciprocated back to them from you. Some other good green flags and indicators are folks who show that they care about you, they want what's best for you, and they encourage you to be your best self.
DECA is a CTSO, so Career and Technical Student Organization, that focuses especially on business, but really is applicable to anyone who wants to go in any field. But it's a club where you can compete through competition, do certain things in your high school, make new friends, have a community. It's just a really great club.
Yes, I went last year with a separate project. It feels really good. I'm really proud of myself, and I can say the same about my family. I think I'm more excited to go to nationals this year than I was last year, just because more of my friends are going, so it should be a fun trip.
Well, there's multiple different kinds of competitions. So there's like the role play, which is like you're given a business situation and you have a problem to solve and you have to present it to a judge. And then there's also what me and Trevor did, which was our SBE essay. So it's like this 50-page essay that we promote a single section of to a judge, and then they score us based on how well we do. There's also other things like in your junior year you do a business plan, which is like you make up your own business, whether that's like an invention or just a business idea, and then you present that and you're scored on that as well.
So the way I qualified for nationals was me and Cameron wrote a 50-page SBE project on our student store, The Wall, and since we did that project, we automatically qualified for nationals, and so we're going there this April. So what we're competing in for nationals is the promotion section of our 50-page plan, and there's 2 judges, and we sit down and we present this section from our plan, and then they grade us based on the content and the presentation of our plan.
My favorite memory from DECA is probably just traveling with our whole school, because the memories you make on like the road or like even at competition or through special events is really amazing.
The best part about being in DECA was probably meeting all the new people. I made a lot of good friends through DECA, people that I probably wouldn't have met if I didn't take the class, so that's probably the part that I'm most thankful for.